Okay. Morning. Tried to do the app, but it crashed, so I'm gonna do it on recorder. But what I said in the little bit that did record is that kind of the thing that I have kind of rattling around in my head today is kind of building habits, and also like getting rid of habits, but kind of mainly building, better habits, getting rid of shit habits. But what I was saying was that at least for right now, I'm trying to get into the habit of consistently making content, right? Creating consistency and just trying to make it, trying to build the habit, because I've only been doing this 2 weeks, and apparently it takes around 21 days or around a month or so to do something enough that it becomes a habit.
Have you considered
To a point where how you do your habits, where you kind of do them without really thinking at a point. And I want to get there first. That's kind of why I like uploading every day something, because I feel like right now, if I switch to try and make something more structured a week, I'm not gonna be able to keep up with it, and I'm gonna drop it probably. So I'd rather kind of push through the hurdle by making something every day, even if it's bad or unwatchable. And I think it'll help that way. It's kind of how I'm doing it with drawing, because I've picked it up and dropped it many times before. So right now I'm kind of trying to draw every day something and upload it. Like I said, even if it's bad, even if it's whatever, just because I want to build a habit of consistency with it, so that it becomes something that I kind of do subconsciously. Sort of like how I did it with working out, right? At this point, if I don't go, it feels weird. Well, when I was starting, it felt weird going to do it. Now it's the opposite. So I was able to, turn it into a habit every time. Now I gotta go, and either I gotta go run or I gotta go to the gym, but I gotta do something that constitutes exercise. And I want to get there with the drawing, and I want to get there with making these videos and the content. And once I get there, that's when I feel like I can maybe loosen up a bit and try to change it up, and obviously get better at it more deliberately. Not that I'm not doing it now, but it's not a priority as much as the consistency that I want to reach. And maybe that can work for you. There's so many people out there giving advice, and it's not like I'm, I guess right now I am kind of. But if you think it applies to you, I think it makes sense to me right now. Maybe down the line I'll be like, nah, I should have done it this other way, but right now this is how it makes sense. I know that if I don't do it like this, I'm probably going to stop, and I don't want to stop. But, that's kind of where the bad habits come in, where you get comfortable again and you start to, slouch and fuck up and slow down when you're not supposed to. And trying to quit that is also its own challenge. Trying to quit a habit seems to be a lot harder than starting one. But I guess at that point it's also a bit more involved. That's when you have to have a more positive attitude. Is that what I want to say there? Or is it more, that's when you have to kind of, I guess, grit your teeth and bear it, in a sense? I don't know. I guess I kind of lost my my thought there. But quitting bad habits, it's pretty, right now it is a bit challenging. But trying to build new ones, it's all part of the whole self-improvement process. I'm trying to do the same thing with journaling. Sometimes I miss a day. A lot of times I'm finding that I really just don't want to sit down and write anything. Maybe journaling isn't not for me, but I'm not sure I want to drop it just yet. I want to give it more time and more chance. I've been doing it, I think, for more than a month at this point, but you know, I guess it's just maybe one of those things that it's not conducive to me, or maybe I'm just not doing it right. I don't know, I'm not as expressive as maybe I should be. But it's just something to think about. Again, maybe that can't work for you. If you like to put your thoughts on paper, and that's a good thing. I do like it in terms of writing down ideas and things that I think matter, or maybe something that I want to talk about in one of these videos.
Colonoscopy. 3, 2,
But in terms of like
kill
writing
the
down how my
enemies.
day went,
That's what
it's
they're
not,
there for.
you know, I don't get really specific with it. Maybe I should be, but I just, you know, maybe it comes from my lack of just socializing in general, because I already don't talk much as it is. So maybe when I try to translate that into writing it in a journal, you know, it transitions, or I don't think that's the proper word, but like I carry that lack of expressiveness when I'm writing my journal, or in my journal. I'm trying to get a better morning routine. I saw the short of this guy saying that you should try to brush your teeth with your offhand, and then say, look at yourself in the eyes and say that you love yourself at least 10 times, and then do deep breathing, like deep inhales and exhales, at least like 20 to 25, something like that, and do the breathing at least 3 times across your day. And I'm trying to do that, and at least in the morning when I do it, it does kind of help to kind of get a more positive outlook. You know, I do the cleaning my room like Jordan Peterson says. Maybe I should do a little bit more. Not sure, maybe, I don't know, do something simple like 10, 20 push-ups in the morning, or some stretches or something that's a bit more like a little ritual to put your mind more in some kind of balance, or at least in a more positive angle. I kind of, that seems to work to some degree. Maybe, again, maybe it can help you, or maybe you just gotta be a bit more like the Goggins and power through it and just wake up and be like, this day's gonna suck, but I'm gonna deal with it. I don't think that that necessarily fits myself, but that's part of this whole thing, right? We consume this self-improvement, better self-image, confidence content, or red pill stuff, or manosphere stuff, or however you want to call it, or whatever it's being called now. And you gotta kind of piece together your own version of that works for you, and you take a little bit from here and from there, and from the different creators and people, and formulate something that you think will work for you. Right, and I guess that kind of depends on who of all these people you look up to, and what you want to reach for yourself, where you might want to emulate them. And you know, that's whatever you want to do. I'm doing my own thing, or I'm trying to. And I think that's pretty good. Now I have a short one today. Wasn't really.
A little health, please?
It didn't really run it through my head enough, I think. But I'll figure something out. Kind of at least starting to do it. In a sense, I am starting to develop that thing of picking up ideas and just trying to go and express something about them, like I'm doing here. And I think it's fine. And I'm not trying to get it all done in like one sitting. Like right now, right? I come back after work and then try to see something there, and after the gym, and I try to see something there. And with that, try to piece together something that's somewhat cohesive, although I don't think it's that successful right now. But it's a process, right? You gotta trust the process. Not to be too sarcastic, it's just, it takes time, and
I'll have that.
sometimes the results, are not on the level that you want to see them at. And
First aid.
just gotta take it,
Sure would be nice.
gotta take it easy. But yeah, I guess that's kind of it for today, or well, for right now. And I'll try to put this together in the evening and put it up and see. Okay, I'm off work, going to the gym now. Can't complain, honestly. Today was a better day. A little bit every day, a little bit more, right?
Some orphans.
And we're doing it. So it's not too bad. Trying to see, I didn't really put too much thought about the topic of habits throughout the day. So right now, honestly, I'm drawing blank a little bit. So hopefully I don't end up just reiterating what I said in the morning clip. But I recall saying things about wanting to build better habits now. Which I guess kind of works, right? I'm trying to maintain a diet, but I find myself failing to
What's yours?
I forget what's the term. It's the desire to eat small things across the day. I don't mean like small lunches or anything like that, but like junk food and stuff like candy. So, obviously, in terms of that topic, it's obviously a bad habit, and I'm trying to quit. But it's difficult. I'm gonna try to analyze it as the urge, and I'm wondering what I can do to overcome that. And I guess that's how a lot of you feel for whatever bad habits you want to quit too. How do you beat the urge or the temptation? You gotta, I guess, just like with this work thing, you just gotta power through it, right? You just gotta hold steady and just not do it. And to a degree, hold yourself accountable to it. Don't hate yourself, obviously, but recognize that you're failing and that you should try more. Don't you, in my case, right, do I really want to lose weight? I'm thinking yes, because I'm putting in the effort of going out and working out or going for a run, and I'm trying to have a diet, and I'm trying to keep everything within a specific caloric intake, and if I fail that, then I'm failing myself. I'm doing a disservice to myself. But maybe I just don't have maybe a great enough goal. Maybe I'm missing the point, or there's something maybe off that I'm not paying attention to right now. Maybe I should be. That is the reason why I can't follow through and I keep failing to keep the habit. Right, maybe a better example, maybe it's porn addiction, maybe you want to quit that, or some more conventional substance abuse.
Oh, the vicious circle of vengeance.
Maybe going cold turkey might help you, maybe it won't.
Who's on track to win?
I don't think that's something that is for me, really. I think it's more consistency and maybe trying to keep myself as busy as possible, so I don't have enough time to do any of these things. I find that if I start getting bored, it'll usually lead to failing one of these things and, succumbing to the bad habit. So I'm kind of trying to create a circumstances where I'm constantly busy doing something that's better. Whether that is, learning to draw, or recording this, making the content, editing it, working out, and slowly try to replace some of these habits with these other better ones. And like it seems to be with everything, it's just time and effort and consistency.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You won! What a treat for you!
So for whatever bad habit you're trying to kick or good habit you're trying to build, you can do it, but you're gonna have to figure out the method that can apply to you or that you can execute on consistently. And I can't really tell you that. You're gonna have to do your own research and look up all the different methods that different people have done to overcome whatever thing, or in this case bad habits or habits in general, what they did to build them or to get rid of them. But I think that was a good little short rant there about all this. I'll probably stop it here and go to the gym. And, hopefully when I get out, I have another little tidbit that I can say on to add to it at the end. So I'll see you then.